So let's talk about changing behaviors and habits. I'm just in the process of preparing for a speech that I'm doing for a international business audience, and agility is all the rage, all these changes going on, and how we as organizations need to be really good at responding to changes and also leading change. We tend to talk about that a lot in these different international and or national business conversations. And I want to share something with you from mindfulness intelligence, because as I'm listening in and as I'm coaching people in business, mainly leaders, I notice that before we can be this awesome change-making organization, there are certain things about habits that we need to be aware of on the inside of us. And it's funny because it's not until leaders recognize that it's their own process of habits and understanding their own process of habits that will actually make it much easier for them to implement changes to habits of their teams and their organization. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, the part from mindfulness intelligence where we learn how to become detectives, if you will, of what really is necessary to make change happen. What we learn is that we have what I call a mind wheel. It's a wheel that goes round and round, and it consists of our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. We have a thought about something, and we have feelings that match that thought, and we take action with speech or with actual action. And it goes round and round. And usually these things perpetuate one another. So you have thoughts and feelings and actions that sort of go round and round and usually want to confirm one another. What we also learn in mindfulness intelligence is that given some time, this mind wheel becomes a habit wheel. So the thoughts that we have, and we think them over and over, they become beliefs. The feelings that we keep on feeling over and over, they become emotional states. And the actions that we keep on taking become habits. So instead of having the feelings, the thoughts, the feelings, the action go round and round, after a while, what we have are beliefs, and we have emotional states, and we have habits, and we have beliefs, emotional states, habits, etc., etc. The reason this is so important for you to know as a leader is that when you want to change your own habits, you need to be a bit of a detective of understanding what is the emotional states and the belief system that I have in place that make me have this habit? What is it that keeps on making the wheel turn for myself? And then we can start breaking that down and say, well, those emotions must come from initial feelings. Those beliefs must come from initial thoughts that we keep on thinking over and over. When we get good at playing a detective of our own thoughts, feelings, and actions that perpetuate our own habit wheel, we actually get really good at catching our teams. We catch our organization. We catch the people around us with thoughts and feelings that perpetuate their wheels. And then your job as a leader becomes to understand how you can inspire different thoughts, how you can help them with different ideas, and that in and of itself will create different feelings. So you actually override the thoughts that were spinning the wheel into one direction. You override that with new thoughts, with new feelings, with new action. Sometimes you need to enter the wheel from the action side. What I did often as a CEO is that I had something that looked like a challenge, and I changed the format so that the actions would be different. And when the actions were different, the thoughts were different. It's a wheel, remember? And so one thing really does perpetuate the other. When you get really good at this, you can go in not only with yourself, but you can go in with your team, and you can together change the very habits that stand in the way for you being an agile, change-making, with the times, leading the times kind of organization. And if you're interested in hearing more about mindfulness intelligence and how we really dive into this and how we get super great at becoming the detectives necessary to make this happen, you just hit me up. I'm sure you know where to find me. But in the meantime, I hope that was very helpful. Take care. Bye.